Hey everybody, Ashton here with Gents with another fragrance review. Today we're doing another clone. I know some of you out there hate clones, other people really like clones, but whatever. This one's kind of interesting because this is a clone of a Creed fragrance that, to my knowledge, does not have another clone out there yet. The fragrance is L'Aventure Femme by Haramain. You're gonna have to look at my face while we do this presentation. Sorry about that. So L'Aventure Femme is pretty much the same as L'Aventure Blanche as far as the box goes. The only real difference is that this is gold instead of silver colored. The box itself is pretty thin, plastic, as you can see there. The bottle sits inside here. There's a little cutout right there. And then there's your ingredient information on the bottom. So here is the bottle. Again, very similar to the other L'Aventure releases, but this is gold colored instead of silver. Cap is the same as on L'Aventure Blanche, difference in the coloration only. The atomizer, pretty good, I like it. It does click into place, but it's not super strong. So I wouldn't really pick it up by that cap unless you want to risk dropping this and busting it up a little bit. The outside is plastic, and then this is glass. So it's kind of like plastic encasing the glass. You can see through it. It actually is clear liquid because I can see through to the plastic on the other side, which is kind of funny looking. The presentation is what it is. If you like the other L'Aventure presentations, you'll like this one as well. So pretty much all of you out there are going to be aware of L'Aventure and L'Aventure Blanche. At this point, L'Aventure is a clone of Aventus. L'Aventure Blanche is a clone of Silver Mountain Water. They're both really well known. This one is not really well known yet. Honestly, I can't find any information about this one online yet. So yeah, there's just nothing out there about this. I was actually contacted by Haramain and sent this bottle, so thank you to them, but it doesn't affect my review as always. This one is a clone of Aventus for her, and it is a really good clone. Off the top, you get hit with a big fruity blast. There's a little bit of citrus, but the main thing that you pick up is apple. It's a really juicy, really nice apple note, just like you find in Aventus for her. That opening lasts for maybe 15 minutes or so before it starts to hit the mid. You start to pick up some musk, you pick up some black currant, which is very strong, and then you pick up florals, mainly rose. And it does become decidedly floral as it progresses through the mid into the base. Now there are some other notes I'm sure here and there, but those are the main things that I pick up. That floral nuance does carry on through the base, along with that black currant and the musky kind of dry down. Now I know Aventus for her is technically a woman's scent. I mean, it's named Aventus for her, right? This is pretty much the same as Aventus for her. And in that, I mean that it's not really as feminine as you might think. If a guy were to wear this, as long as they're comfortable wearing fragrances that are a little unisex and maybe lean slightly feminine, they can pull it off pretty easily. It's not a fragrance that's hyper feminine, is what I'm trying to say. It leans more unisex. I have never disliked Aventus for her. I know that it caught a lot of hate coming out, and I think that's just because of the name. The fragrance itself is actually pretty nice, and this is as close as you're gonna be able to come to that without paying the really marked up Creed prices for Aventus for her. Quality-wise, it's like the other L'Aventure releases. If you're the type of person that smells L'Aventure or L'Aventure Blanche and you say this is a really good alternative to Creed, you're gonna say the exact same thing here. If you go into this expecting it to smell exactly 100% like a $275 plus fragrance, then you might be a little bit disappointed. But as long as you go in expecting basically the same quality as in their other releases, you're gonna be fine. Now, I wish I had more information for you as to when this is gonna pop up on US websites like Notino or FragranceNet, but I don't, so I'm sorry about that. If it's interesting to you, if you're looking for an alternative to Aventus for her that you can pick up for, 1/5, 1/6 the price and have a 90% plus similarity, keep your eyes open for this, and when it pops up, go ahead and scoop a bottle up. Performance for me is kind of in the average range. It's about 6 hours in terms of longevity on average. Projection is best in the first hour to hour and 15 minutes or so. Basically, when that first fruity blast hits, and then it starts to make its way into the mid with the black currant, musk, and rose taking over the fragrance, it starts to sit a little closer to the skin every 15 minutes or so after that. It doesn't become a true skin scent to where you have to put your nose up and, you know, smell your arm or wherever you sprayed in order to be able to pick it up. It's just not really projecting very far out at that point. This is a very, very, very good clone of Aventus for her. So like I said before, if that interests you, keep your eyes open for this one. My rating is going to be 8 clones out of 10. It's a really nice release. I can't wait for more of you out there to be able to check it out if you're interested. Maybe pick it up for your lady if that's something that, you know, they would be into instead of splurging for Aventus for her. It's a really good release. I'm glad they did it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.